Okay, welcome everyone to our presentation about jhana. I'm really pleased to see you here. Some of the problems that we had in mind when we were designing jhana are related to the ways in which our attentions are being pulled nowadays in all kinds of ways. That means that it's become very difficult actually to pay attention and to concentrate on what's going on. Our attention is often being pulled in different directions, partly by the telephones we use, the mobile phones and the apps that we use, by big tech companies in order to extract our data in order to make profits. Now, what many researchers are actually showing now is that some of these attentional problems, such as attention deficit and so on, are at the roots of many of the mental health problems that many people experience, such as depression and stress and so on. And so we wanted to really make a contribution to intervene in this problem and to try to address this problem. And our potential response to some of these problems is to turn to jhana meditation. Has anyone heard of jhana meditation in the room? Okay, one person, and mostly people shaking their heads. Well, it's a shame really that jhana meditation isn't as well known as, say, a meditation like mindfulness meditation. Has anyone heard of mindfulness meditation? Quite a lot of nods there. And the reason it's a shame is that the jhana meditation practices and the jhana states that is associated with them are actually very pleasant states. They're very blissful states of pleasure, such as happiness, contentment, peace, and joy. And if you've ever meditated, I'm not sure how often you felt those kinds of feelings. Usually meditation is quite challenging for people. And as someone who's taught a lot of meditation, I understand how difficult it can be. So we wanted to create an app that could teach people these jhana meditations, and we'll explain how we did that a bit later. Now I'd like to give you a quick demo of what the app looks like.
Hi, I'm Jhāna, your meditation guide. What meditation would you like to practice?
Guide me in a loving kindness meditation. Okay, so at the top is my brainwave signals being measured by something called a beam.
I'm scanning your brainwaves for 2 seconds. Your mind seems active. Let's begin by finding a comfortable posture, either sitting or lying down, and closing our eyes. I'm scanning your brainwaves for 3 seconds. You seem relaxed. Imagine that you have a very soft, warm light inside of your heart. I'm scanning your brainwaves for 6 seconds. Please follow my instruction. Think of someone that you love dearly, someone who means the world to you.
So I've given you a bit of a demo of what jhana looks like and how jhana works. I'm now going to pass over to Vincenzo, who's going to talk a bit about the market analysis we did for the product.
So I think that will not surprise you if I tell you that the meditation world is growing like in the share and like it's becoming more popular because it's becoming less something spiritual and also something that the companies use in the daily practice. Probably you heard about Calm and Headspace. And we research also there are few AI-driven meditation apps. All these apps have in common that they don't have basically any feedback from the user, so they don't know how you are doing during the meditation. And we wanted to do this, and that's why we implemented also the Muse that Stephen now can show you, which has basically 4 channels for EEG, which are recorded like live, and with some we did some pipeline for the pre-processing, spectrogram basically, and analyzing different frequency domain. Of course, like the slower the brain waves are, the deeper the meditation state is, and the more active you saw, like the waves go crazy. And so Stephen also attended like a 10 days meditation retreat when we recorded many hours of his brain signals, and with some statistical analysis, we defined some thresholds for these different states, so the calm and active state. Yeah, so that's basically it. Now we can see the pipeline and model. Hello?
We already heard about the pipeline, but let me recall it to make it more precise. And so, as we have seen, our model is producing alternating sequence of distractions and silent periods, and these silent periods are in fact really important because that is where you are practicing the meditation. Otherwise, you are just listening to the instruction. So these silent periods are quite important. So our model produces these, and then the rest is like you have witnessed. Our model plays the instruction and stay idle for the silent period. But meanwhile, our model is reading the EEG signal and gives feedback to the user. But in this pipeline, you see that the user is also giving really personal information to our model. One is that they want to do meditation. Second, they do meditation. Third, how they respond to meditation and their brain signals. So these are quite personal things. And this causes privacy concerns. And this privacy concern was played a decisive role in our model selection and how we work with it. So since we wanted this model to respect the privacy, GPT-4, ChatGPT, and OpenAI API was out. So we use Mistral 7B. We use 7B because we wanted this model to work locally as well. Because if it is not capable of working locally, then you are bound to the internet. And when you are bound to the internet, there's no privacy. And as a result, we fine-tuned it locally, and also we find it on AWS server for now, and using axolotl. And for the data, we used 50 hours of meditation transcribed, and those transcriptions includes the silent periods as well. Otherwise, our model was not able to learn to stop. Instead, it was just telling you stories about what to do. And as you know, we have lots of brainwave sensing, thanks to Stephen attending that meditation retreat. And you can find more about this its code and training process and everything else in this link.
Some challenges regarding the language training. So the language meditation is quite particular. There are kind of repetition of words or mantras that you see here in yellow. So during training, we saw our model overdoing this, like just repeating words 20 times or so. Then there are like these specific foreign, I think, Sanskrit meditation terms, like dukkha, where specifically the speech to text struggled. Like we got many different transcripts for the same word, for dukkha, for example. Then also regarding testing and evaluation of the quality. So the typical metrics you use for like semantic similarity, we're not really sure if this is a real good metrics regarding these type of texts. And even if we evaluated it manually, so to say, to evaluate the quality, it was not easy to say if something sequence of instructions is a Jhāna meditation or even a good Jhāna meditation. So the next steps are like, improving the quality of the current functionality, like to just give one meditation as a whole. We would do this with reinforcement learning based on human feedback. And then we have to add our main feature, which we mentioned already, like that the are based on the EEG input that is measured, because what you saw in the video, to be honest, was implemented rule-based so far. So we have to train the language model on the EEG data. And for that, we want to collect live EEG data and also do this by reinforcement learning with human feedback. Then another feature would be to add different types of meditation to such that the user can ask for a specific type, like about a certain topic or so. I think that shouldn't be too difficult. Then question answering, I think that should be doable as well, not too difficult. And then to customize the voice, I basically didn't like the voice that we just had in the in the video. And for example, we thought that Stephen's voice is much nicer. So we would fine-tune a TTS on that. Yeah, so thank you to the whole DSR and especially to our mentors Tristan Behrens and Christoph Buzar. Yeah, that's it.